Sir, you're charged with especially aggravated kidnapping. You're also charged with aggravated assault, and you're charged with theft of a firearm worth less than $2,500.
You're talking about stuff that is not relevant.
Hello and welcome to the Court of Public Opinion. I am the Recovery Addict, and boy do I have a case for you today.
Why is the dog chewing on this guy?
I think they have got the wrong guy there.
Got the wrong guy, and the dog was biting him.
He roughing him up quite a bit. There's a lawsuit.
This is the next search on February 28, 2020, 7:44 p.m. How, does the FBI find people? The people is misspelled P-E-O-O-P-L-E. Did the defendant find out how the FBI finds people in this case? Oh, she found out.
Welcome back from lunch. Welcome to the Court of Public Opinion. I am the Recovery Addict. Thank you very much for being here today. I appreciate all of you. It looks like everyone's filing in, taking their seats. Thank you. Appreciate it. Hurry in. We don't want to anger the judge. We'll tell you that right now. Let's see. I have to hit this button over here. Box source 2 is 4 and cut. Right now, if the jury is still deliberating, we're an hour and 36 minutes into deliberations, but something might be happening. Also right now, I have to announce that we have another big winner on the program. Parrot Court TV has been trying to win, be first in chat, and this time you were. Parrot Court TV, I'm not sure if you know this, but available to you now to commemorate your momentous behavior, offense. I think offense is the right word. Offense. You can actually, if you go to the store channel on our YouTube page, you can find under the amongst all the other items of merchandise that are offered for sale, for the low cost of 50 cents, which is the minimum I have to charge, so it doesn't cost me something and not me that's how much they charge me to sell it to you. You can order no, my phone is ringing already. It's Florida. Who's calling me from Florida? You can order a little certificate commemorating the fact that you won the internet. Hang on, let's see who this is. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Are you a computer?
Hi, it's Tom Evans for the next.
He's a computer. Tom Evans is always a computer. Anyway, Parrot Court, you can order if you would like. Now that you have won, you could order your very own little certificate of achievement. It's like when you graduate kindergarten and your teacher gives you something and they say go hang this on the fridge. It's like one of those, suitable for framing. It is autographed by yours truly, as well as the real boss, Mrs. R.A., and commemorates your win, your big win. Congratulations, Parrot Court. You're first in chat. The internet is all yours, and you deserve it. All right, as people are coming in, we are in verdict watch. I think we're just checking to see if the judge has. Let's see, Judge Stephanie Boyd. There she is. No live stream yet. It's going to be any minute now, I think. Yeah, any minute now, we should have something. Why is it just random? Judge Stephanie Boyd. Let's try this again. Judge Stephanie Boyd. All right, Cachette kicking off the afternoon with a gifted membership. Thank you very much, Cachette. We're excited. We're excited to have this case behind us and get a new defense attorney who speaks at a little bit faster rate than this one does. But you never know. We'll see. The jury his slow speech might have resonated with them, and they might come back and return a not guilty verdict. It could happen. Stranger things have happened for sure. But we're going to be, we're going to be watching that. I also am working during lunch and beyond to line up our next court case. And it's still tentative. It's still in the works, so to speak. And so I don't want to, get your hopes up too high. But this is what we have right now. We're looking at, and thank you for those who tipped me off. We're looking at the State versus Burbank, Collins, and Rankine. This is out of Washington. It's out of Washington. This is a murder trial. It has 3 defendants, and the three defendants are police officers. This will be a difficult case. It will be a difficult case for that reason, because basically the charges are alleging that these police officers committed murder in the performance of their duties instead of protecting and serving. And this was on duty. Did I eat RA? I ate RA. Yes. No. I had some rotisserie chicken, sliced processed rotisserie chicken, and a lot of Girl Scout cookies. Honestly, I ate those those round lemon ones. Oh, they're so good. Where in Washington? This is in Pierce County, Washington. Pierce County, Washington, Katrina. So we're trying to get approval from the court because the court requires different authorization to do what we want to do. So we've got our fingers crossed. Sewing Mama, was it you that let us know about this trial? I think it was you. They're in jury selection today. It started yesterday, jury selection today. The trial, from what I can see, is not slated to begin until October 2nd. So we have a little bit of time before it actually goes to trial, or they just expect jury selection to take a long time. And it could, because you've got 3 defendants. We're going to have 3 different attorneys. It's going to be a long trial as well. Just a heads up, it's going to be long, and it's going to be a little bit crazy. It's going to be a little intense. You know, you start looking at the facts of the case or the allegations of the case, and you have a suspect who was detained possibly for reasons that may not have been legitimate, and then possible mistreatment while in custody, including being tased while being held in a chokehold, and yeah, there's a lot. So we'll wait for the facts, but it's going to be interesting. Anyway, fingers crossed for that. Not sure if we have a verdict yet. The judge sort of teased that she needs the lawyers back here in the courtroom, but she hasn't told us. Let's see, I have to research for this again. Still nothing. She's not live yet that I can see. Anyway, it's got a lot of. I don't know the races of any of either the plaintiffs, the victim, or the accused. Any of them. I don't know anything about this. But generally, when police officers are involved in something like this, it becomes a very high-profile case. A lot of people are interested, and it will have some of the same elements of some of the other high-profile cases that police have been involved with as well. This is going to be all 3 in the same case. They're side by side by side. This is the same set of facts. All 3 were participants in this case, and so it will be all at once. One jury to decide them all. Gallery will be very, very limited seating. I think they only had 6 available seats for public during jury selection, and getting a ticket in there is going to be hard. Angelica with a J says, Recovery Addict, quick question, but maybe not a quick answer. May I please ask the meaning behind your channel, Recovery Addict? Great question, Angelica, and one I'm happy to answer. There are 2 little bits to this. First of all, I chose this name because I started this channel thinking I wanted to make videos about metal detecting. And I like recovering artifacts from the ground. You could say I'm addicted to recovering artifacts from the ground. So a little play on words there, Recovery Addict. But also, if you know, being truthful, I have my own history of addiction recovery, where a little different than what might normally be associated with that term. I was addicted to gaming, electronic gaming, basically computer games. I was not just wasting my life, but wasting every aspect of my life and on it, and it had taken over my life and my marriage and my job and everything else, and so I like to think that's behind me, but I still get tempted in that area as well. But anyway, we do support everybody who is in their own path to sobriety and whatever it is they're dealing with, and we celebrate them here. So the Recovery Addict name has stuck, even though we're not doing the metal. Occasionally, I'll do a metal detecting video on here if we get a day off, but that's where it comes from. Thanks for the question, though. I appreciate that. All right, everyone is eating their tamales, and that's yummy, delicious. Okay, where's the judge's channel? Where are you at, Your Honor? I need that. I still need that. I need this down here. Is she live right now? Wait for it. Nope, still not live. Okay. Still need to get myself an air fryer. I've heard great things about it, and I'm usually way behind the curve on picking up cool things like that. Brandy has a podcast up on the Karen Reed case. That is awesome. Angie, Brandy is doing a great job digging into that case. I think she's going to be following that one quite closely as that moves forward. Let's see. Casey Smith, we talked about this a little bit yesterday. I'm very much a sort of back the blue sort of guy. If you had to put me in one category, that would definitely be the one you put me in. I've spent a lot of time. I've been through Citizens Police Academy. I spent a lot of time filming for police. I've helped them out in many different ways, even flying my drone for them, metal detecting, you name it. I've tried to assist and have some great friends in law enforcement, and I've said basically I have never run into one of these bad apples that we hear about. I've never run into somebody that, occasionally there's a little complaint about something, but, a real bad cop, I've never run into that. And that's just personally. So I don't believe that really is a pandemic in the system, but that's just based off my own experience. But I do realize it would be a difficult trial. But that being said, I believe that if everything was done appropriately, these officers need to be cleared. And if something wasn't done appropriately, even if they're officers, they need to be held accountable. I don't believe the standards should be different for a police officer. And where a life was lost, I think it does justify looking closer into that. And in this case, they've done that and have now said that they're going to press charges. They believe it should be considered by a court and a jury. Katrina Hetherington gifted a membership. Thank you very much, Katrina. Let's see. The Delphi case. Oh my goodness. Did that get bizarre or what? Eva, what's his name? The suspect is now saying there's some weird cult cartel involved. It got really weird. I don't know. My certificate says they will notify when it ships. Isn't it a digital that I just print out? I think it is. It should go to your email or something. For someone who's purchased the digital printout, can you let me know how that goes? I uploaded it, so I never downloaded it. If you need one, I can try to figure out what happened. Let's see. All right. Sorry, I'm trying to keep up to date on the judge's channel here, which should be going live any moment now. And it's not yet. Okay, Sewing Mama, congratulations. You were gifted a membership by Katrina. I just noticed that. Congratulations. Thank you, Katrina. I agree. If you do wrong, you have to pay the consequences. Yeah, and I have no information as far as anything. We'll be watching this truly as the jury does, as evidence is admitted in court. As long as we can get approval from the judge, which we need. I know that some other stations have received approval already, so there's no reason for the judge to withhold permission. Because this court does you recognize us as media, just even though we're a new media, a different form of media. Michelle says brother-in-law is a police officer in New Jersey, and things are crazy for them right now. Yeah, that's. Richard Allen's going full Satan panic. Yeah, he's going weird, just crazy. Yeah, we definitely are not a cop watching channel. We're not we're not trying to catch people in the wrong or catch people not understanding what the First Amendment means or everything else. There are going to be officers out there all the time that are trying to do their job and make mistakes, and and technically may even violate somebody's rights by saying, hey, you need to stop doing that. When really it's just it's a moral thing. They should stop doing it, but it's the law says they actually can. We're not into that. That's not what we're doing here. We're not trying to point the finger of blame at anybody. But the justice system is what we are interested in. We do try to bring cases to you that are unique. I mean, we're not just trying to bring the same murder case over and over. Every time there's a trial that has unique things that will give us insights into how the judicial system works and how it works in specific scenarios, we try to bring that. And I think that this case presents that opportunity. We covered the Ayden trial, Mary Murphy. Ayden was an officer that was that Tatiana Jefferson. He responded to a suspicious circumstance call and was investigating the back of the house and ended up shooting the resident through the window, thinking it was somebody who shouldn't have been there. He ended up getting convicted on that one. I didn't agree with that one. I didn't think he should have been convicted. It was a horrible situation where things went wrong, but it didn't seem like the penalty fit the situation in that Ayden trial. This is a cop chase watching channel. Yes, that I will admit to, Adam, for sure. Scott Peterson was a cop trial. Why can I not think of Scott Peterson? Boyd is on. Okay, Boyd is on. Hang on one second. Thank you very much. She's live. Let me go live here. There we go. Looks like everyone's standing up. I'm not sure if we're waiting for the judge or the jury, but something's happening.
All right, everyone, please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the court's understanding that you've reached a verdict. Is that correct? And is it unanimous? All right, if you'll hand the verdict form to the deputy, please.
We have a verdict. The timer was at 1 hour 51 minutes, but it may have been 1 hour 30 minutes if she had this before the break.
All right, if the defendant can rise. It states, we, the jury, find the defendant, Joseph Dale Harris, guilty of the offense of murder as charged in the indictment. Would anybody wish for the jury to be polled?
Not from the state, Your Honor.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, what we're going to do is we're going to take a break because I have other cases from the morning I need to take care of. And of course, the court reporter still hasn't really had her break because we were working while you all were out. So I'm going to have you all come back at 2:15. That'll give her a chance to do a break, and that'll give me a chance to finish with my cases from this morning's docket. Remember my instructions. You're still not allowed to view anything. And at this phase that is coming up next, you're not allowed to discuss anything. Does everyone understand? And for the second phase of this trial, everything that you need to know will come from inside the courtroom. Does everyone understand? All right. And to the alternates, you still will have to wait separate. All right. All right, everyone, please rise.
That was really fast. No glitz, glamour, no flashy delivery. The defendant was found guilty. He's actually off camera. He's just to the right of the screen here, the way the camera's oriented. We couldn't see him. But now phase 2 of the trial begins, where the same jury who found him guilty now is going to consider the sentence. And for those that are not familiar with how this works, they don't just begin deliberation on a sentence. They hear evidence again. So it might seem like we're stepping back into the trial again and hearing more evidence. What is allowed for being presented in the second phase of the trial is different than what was presented in the first phase. So we might get things that are not necessarily evidence and more distantly related than directly related. Okay, so there's going to be more stuff here, but apparently that goes. Do we want to watch? I don't think they're considering death penalty. I think this is a life. A jury does get to choose the sentence in this case. Yes, Peter. We're giving it away before we see it. You must be behind a little bit, little miss. Sorry, we're talking about it as it happens. Now we're probably going to hear the criminal history that's involved before. Now that he's been found guilty, because now it's not prejudicial, right? Now we're not saying, oh, he did it before, he must have done it this time. We've said now he's done it this time, and now we know, oh, guess what? This isn't his first, and that can be considered in the sentencing. No death penalty on the table. I think it's just life in prison is the maximum, and I don't know what the minimum is, though. Ashley, not every state operates like this. There are some states where the jury's instructed that in their deliberations, they're not even supposed to consider what the possible outcome could be for a guilty verdict. And it's all decided by the judge. And there would be like pre-sentence investigations and everything else in a big, long delay. In this case, here in Texas, the way it works, the jury does decide that. Debbie, no. Take care of you. Take care of you. This is good. You do what you need to do. The closest many of us can get to understanding how long doing time is like is thinking back to the closing statements by the defense, which seemed like eternity. Okay, so Steve N says, Recovery Addict, 5 to 99 years, and possibly a $10,000 fine. That's the min max on the sentence for murder in Texas. In an hour. We didn't get the we didn't get the verdict music. Man, it happens so fast. Let's see where's my verdict music. I think it's this one. That one. We did get a verdict. It happened very quickly. It was a blink and you miss it verdict. And the judge then said, another break because the court clerk still hasn't had a break. She's still been typing all morning and people are talking fast. Her fingers are sore. She needs to rest. Anyway, yes, the verdict did come in, and surprisingly, or not surprisingly, 90% of us actually agreed on the poll that it came back as guilty. He was found guilty of murder. That was the one charge they were supposed to consider. It came back unanimous. What did surprise me actually in what happened there was that the defense did not appear to ask to poll the jury, which is almost always done, and it's always done by the losing party. They want to poll the jury, which means the judge will then turn to the jury and say, even though we have this verdict in front of us, I want to ask each one of you individually if you agree to this. Was this your decision? Do you still stand by that? Because you might have a juror who's like, I didn't agree to this. I'm the one holdout, and everyone else said, yeah, we're all agreeing, we're signing this. So that's to save that situation from occurring. Punishment should be listening to defense lawyers closing for the rest of his life. Man, I don't know where I stand on this sentence. I do think when I'm thinking Ivan's getting to my head is what happens. Ivan's getting in my head. This defendant, I don't think he ever would have shot anybody that day. I don't think he ever would have pulled out his gun that day if someone hadn't first brandished a gun at him. Okay. Now it doesn't make it right, but he wasn't going out seeking this. This wasn't like a premeditated, hey, who can I shoot today type thing. I don't know. I don't think there's any premeditation. I think it was in the moment that he made the decision. I think it still is murder. I think the jury was right on that. But penalty phase starts in 55 minutes. So Ivan, you talked your way into my head, and now I'm thinking. I mean, not that I wasn't thinking before, but now I'm thinking more along the lines of what you're thinking. I can't articulate it, but I would have a hard time putting this man away for life. Final shot was brutal. Mama, if I could see the video, I think it might be easier for me to make this decision. If I could see or hear the video and understand exactly how it went. I mean, because all I've got to go on is my head, and I imagine in my head as we hear the video described of his actions, I imagine it one way, and I don't know if that's how it is. And because of that doubt, I think I'm hesitant to act. I believe that I'm not hesitant to say it was wrong for him to do that, and thus it would be murder. But I'm hesitant to say life in prison. A lot of you are saying 15 to 20. Man. Anything under 20 is not enough for taking the life of another person, says Camping. Yeah, it's no small thing. I agree. Anything less than 20 does seem like an insult to someone. I mean, and even 20 years, after 20 years getting out, that is a long time. Okay, that's a long time to be in prison. And prison, as Ivan will say, ages you different than being on the outside. But after 20 years, you're out, and the family still doesn't have their loved one back. Ashley's more of like an eye for an eye. Is that Hammurabi's code? Do we hear from victim impact statements? I don't know if they're going to have them in this or not. Not sure. There might be some aspect of that sort of wrapped into this next phase of the trial. Yeah, Tower Hill Girl, these are very important. The jury did get to see them. I would hate to be a member on a jury, pre-video, where you're trying something just based on people's remarks and their statements and what they remember they observed, and not having any definitive, visual recording of the events. Man, that was quick. Judge Boyd was incredibly quick with that. We have an hour. I'm not going to make you sit around here listen to me pontificate or deliberate in my head against myself. Do we want to come back for the second part of this trial, or are we good? Are we good with this? How many of you guys want to see it through and watch the victim impact statement, or watch the sentencing portion of the trial, which probably will take this afternoon? It'll probably go through till tonight. Can we come back? Can we extend our break since we had such a short break? It was sort of anticlimactic. It was so fast. Let's see it through then. Let's take another break. We'll extend your lunch, even though we interrupted it here quite rudely with this quick verdict. Let's give ourselves another hour and come back and finish and watch it through. So we will do that for sure. Snack round 2 for an hour. Yes, I can actually make a full sandwich and eat it instead of just eat the deli meat straight out of the package. You know what else I had? Mrs. R.A. went to the store, and when you go to Sam's Club, you can buy pre-cooked bacon. And I would have never imagined that this was something that was yummy before. But Black Label pre-cooked bacon comes in a 72 slice pack, and I think it's cheaper to buy it pre-cooked than buy the not cooked. And it's literally just ready to eat. You stick it in the refrigerator. You can eat it. You can pull it out, put it on a salad, which I did yesterday. I had a few pieces of bacon, just straight out of the fridge. They're cooked, but oh my goodness, it was good. I might have a little bit more bacon before lunch is over. Pre-cooked bacon is for communists. No, Ivan, this is a good thing. I can convert you. I will convert you, Ivan. What we need to do is get you some of this Black Label pre-cooked bacon. We'll take it, we'll put it on a plate, we'll put it in the microwave for a whopping 10 seconds. 10 seconds. And you will not be able to tell the difference. You will not be able to tell the difference. Sentencing will be today after the testimony that's offered. So we're going to go, but it's going to look like we went back in time and that we're retrying the case, but it's just for the purpose of sentencing. The same jury is going to sit in the box. The same jury is going to make decisions on the verdict, or not the verdict, but on the sentence. Now the verdict has been chosen. So this will be fun. We'll be back for that in an hour. More meat, less fat. Oh, it's good stuff. It's so good. See, I've got some fans out here. Look at my name. Look at my name. Seriously, it has bacon in my name, says Rhonda. Yes. Bacon is delicious. Should try 24-hour smoked maple bourbon. I said bourbon. Smoked maple bacon. That sounds very tempting. Where can I get that? Is it available in the stores, Kevin? Or is it just a home recipe? We'll be back in about 45 minutes. Go have lunch, part 2. Challenge accepted. All right. The good thing is, Ivan, I could mail you some of this bacon. It's like safe to mail, and it's good. I wouldn't want to do it in the summer when it's like super hot. I'd like to stay cool while it gets mailed to you, but I promise I'll notice the difference. Try me. We'll be back in 45 minutes. Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining me just for a minute tonight. When you go home, please hug the people you love. Smile at someone to make that day just a little bit better. And please stay safe till we go live again in about 45 minutes with part 2 of this trial, as the sentencing is going to be underway. The jury gets to deliberate on that, too. Thanks, guys. We'll see you in a little bit. Bye.